cool. Live. Don't know if anyone will be watching, but we'll play through Ace Combat 7, which I already have completed, but I want to play it again because you can't necessarily unlock all of the aircraft without repeating the missions complete all the time. And I also want to play it on different control scheme, so see how that mixes things up. If you want to reset your campaign mode progress and start again, your records and all your items obtained will be saved. So does that include aircraft? I hope so. We played it on normal, so hard, I guess. I might get completely ruined.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you?
Ah, yeah, that's a really long cutscene.
A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
The thing with these games is
8 months to get that
they're like
engine
5-minute cutscenes.
and it took us another year and a half after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right.
I think it's a typical thing with Japanese developers to make massive cutscenes. Like Metal Gear obviously is really known for that sort of thing. It does happen in other studios obviously, but
Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally,
hopefully it isn't deafeningly loud, the game either.
all this plane could do
I
was
might just
take
turn it
off,
down a bit.
accelerate, and fly
Oops.
out.
Didn't realise it would pause if I tapped out.
So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my event system, you piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Nice bit of plot armor as well. Here we go. 5 minutes of cutscenes. Could have been worse.
Everyone here? Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Erusia as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force.
This is one thing about this game. Erusia, Osea,
Our radar site
all of the names of the continents are a little funny. But then again, I've only played this game. I haven't played the others in the franchise, and there's 7 or so others, so... Yeah.
Here's your
I
mission.
don't know the full lore.
It's possible that the Erusian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible? The tank farm to the north has been bombed. Many injured.
How is that possible?
All units, take off
Bloody
and
voice
eliminate
acting.
unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Do we have all our aircraft? Yep. Good. Which means we don't have to play in chomp tier aircraft. This is an air-to-air mission, more of a tutorial, I guess. So the Typhoon is pretty slick. Long range or high capacity. Cool.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Sky.
Here we go.
Hurry, Mage Squadron.
This game looks really good. I mean, gotta give it to their artists. Oh. There we go.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back.
Mm-hmm.
Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Your situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party.
Here we go.
You can go. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Ah.
Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
I prefer playing in third person, to be fair.
They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Hey.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
That one? Good.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
I wouldn't know what this game is like on keyboard. I bet it's a nightmare to play. Be interesting to play with a joystick. But I'm not just going to buy it for this game.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Come on, Mig. Oh yeah. Whoa, I'm not used to these controls. I will be. Well, I nearly just ripped Golem up then.
He's mine. He's not getting away. Mage 2, targets in range. Parabombers. Trigger, stay calm. Yes. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember.
I've already taken 3 aircraft out. And they're like, this guy's a complete noob. Yep. Teammates got that one for me.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Yeah, true. I think you're supposed to have
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
4 times missiles in the first mission. Or multi-lock.
Mage 2, target down.
Whee.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2. Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Still lying.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1 over. Tally 2 bandits. Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort. Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Welcome. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
I love the dialogue in this game. Even if it is a bit over the top.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups. Target is in range of guns.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. AVs. I can't tell them apart. Missile launched.
Man, I'm really not used to this control set. I guess you can do some fancy maneuvers, but getting the guns on target.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Oops. There you go. Lots of targets.
Stage 2, bandit confirmed down. Enemy has a radar lock.
Don't let them destroy the harbor.
Oh, that was close.
Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire.
Tagged him.
On target 6.
Oh. And still evade them even though they're old. Didn't think MiG-21s were this elusive. There we go. Thing is, I have like 100 missiles. It's like I don't think I can really run out of ammo in this mission.
Behind target and ready to attack.
Column 4, enemy behind you.
Attack missed.
One remaining. Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this. Target hit. Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life
Wait.
and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Bomber hit by a missile.
I think they're all gone.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign
That
of
looked like an
bandits.
enemy behind me.
Clear.
Didn't that look like a MiG?
Going, Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Of course you do.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. Situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Good luck.
Pretty cool. That was just the opening mission though, so pretty easy. 20 missions in this game. I don't think I'm going to do all of them today. Well, I know I'm not going to.
We know the attacking
Yep.
internet.
Yep.
Many wars are.
Okay.
That means.
Yep.
You have our.
Okay. I don't know why I find that funny. A rank. Cool. Next. Based on speed as well as
today, the Kingdom
number
of
of points.
has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one
Just mark them
still
on a
under
map for them.
construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International
Convenient.
Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Erusia, has been seized by the Erusian army.
Huh.
Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current
So I just tapped out
whereabouts
there
are
and again.
unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Erusia, the space
See,
elevator
that
has
is
been under
really.
construction for some time now.
Oh man.
The Executive
Names.
Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Geogen peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The role of the media.
world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yusian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Cool.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yuuzhan continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force.
Alright, I need to just check something. Cool, right.
We are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yuuzhan. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns.
But why? What does it do?
Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent.
Energy concerns.
We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advanced element.
I had to view it for a few seconds, I
We'll
think.
attack all hostiles coming in
Never mind.
the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat.
Cool.
However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support.
Probably.
If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Something to target the ground and air, then. Typhoon is probably not the best aircraft for the role. This, on the other hand, basically is. With its bombs.
Mage Squadron, Zordy, ASAP.
It is nice playing through this game again with ridiculously overpowered gear in comparison to the first time round.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
True.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Locked.
Such a cool device. Boom. It's too easy.
Fire the AA! Flee our vehicle out of there! We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet.
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target has been destroyed.
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
Did see a helicopter, but never mind.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
It's an air raid! We're being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
That's a bad attack.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in
Whoops.
30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites.
Oh.
It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Fire anti-air gun! Now!
Don't need to kill everything on the ground, just the priority targets.
Target in gun range. 2 targets remaining.
Radar was just about to go online. We ran forward too fast. Hey, too far from Allied territory.
Trigger, there's 1 more to go.
Page 2, walking.
Everything's been locked down. Enemy has entered clouds in pursuit.
Got him.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually.
A couple of viewers. Hello, whoever's watching. Didn't mean to do that, but then what?
This base is worth destroying.
He says that when I'm halfway through it.
Golem 2, Fox 2.
H2, Fox 2.
What the heck? Oh, I had my ground attack on. That's why.
Dodged it. Golem 1, Fox 2. Mage 2, bandit on your 6.
There we go. Whoa.
H2, you've iced up.
Yep.
Don't ice up in there. Locked.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
Come on. There we go.
5 targets remaining.
I'm iced up.
Locked on.
Fox 2.
Surprised he survived that. Whoa, Jesus.
Keep your mind focused.
4 targets remaining.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. All transports have been destroyed, but what were they carrying?
3 targets remaining.
Caution, missile!
Okay, let's completely blind those bastards.
H2, target destroyed. Target is hit.
Come on.
Behind target and ready to attack.
There we are. Soon more.
Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAV is ready to launch. Away.
Oh. Got drones are in this mission.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be bastards. Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. Well, that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem.
Already am.
Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Golem
Mach-1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant, you know? Get away. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
He escaped into the clouds.
Too fast. Oh, I got him anyway.
He knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger. I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
That's a bad angle.
Just 2 more.
Come on.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties. Mage 2, missile away.
Ripped him with 30 mil as well. Or 20 mil. Whatever this is.
He's mine. He's not getting away. Show up on the radar.
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
I have.
Triple of ice formation in the clouds. Golden 1, box 2. In gun range. Lockdown hostile.
I like the simple controls. I would have got this guy by now.
What the? Where'd he go?
There we go.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB. No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target.
Let's do the next one.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive.
Right, next.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard.
Mm-hmm.
Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
Gandar Bay?
However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing
Didn't it say Gunfer?
Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid
whatever.
to the space elevator. The Fort Grays Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive arsenal birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
All air to air. So, do I have something else I can actually buy? Just realised. Just done 2 more missions, so I might have a bit more in terms of funds. Alright, current MRP 195. Gonna have to play a few more missions first to get the later tier aircraft anyway. Unless I missed any early tier ones. I did, but not in the price range. Fair enough. The 29A is pretty cool. The 33 is also pretty cool. Although it's better in a layer mission. There's boats and everything.
Aircraft preparations complete.
Mage 2, begin takeoff sequence. You're cleared for launch.
Not taking off from a carrier though, so this makes sense.
Mage 2 is away.
Put my gear up.
Specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco.
He's always going to try and take the forward position. Let's get in though.
Mage 1 to Gollum 1. Thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we can wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. Enemy reinforcements.
I don't think I've ever used them. I don't know what the key is. Lovely. Oh. Okay, yep. Oh, this cloud fighting. There we go. Get out of these clouds, we should be able to actually control the aircraft a bit better. Back down in the cloud.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight. Hostile on your tail.
Come on. I don't really want to just do missiles.
Take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear. I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break! What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! Large
Oh, I'm gonna crash. Oh, nearly. Such a cool design.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Skyscraper, this is Skeleton 1. I'm sure about that monster.
We're just waiting for mission command.
Break, now!
We'll live through this, Trigger.
Watch out, we're surrounded!
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're assholes. There's too many of them.
These guys won't do easy. All aircraft, no change in game plan.
Ow.
Destroy the arsenal bird.
Woo. This is when hard mode becomes hard mode.
I can't get a lock. Look at that light from the arsenal bird. What's going on there?
It's not you sideways. Even a machine can be outsmarted.
I can't get a read on these guys. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
Skeleton 1, just take commander. Coming!
Just have to do constant dodging.
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status? Verify the situation.
This guy's dodged 6 of my missiles. Eight of my missiles.
Ship, Golem 2, do you copy?
That should be you, kill.
Golem 2.
Nope.
Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break!
Heads up. Check your six.
There we go.
We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to
I think I just need to target the actual
HQ, what's happening?
aircraft.
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
What the hell? Caution, all aircraft stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Control ground. I'm breaking up!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They noticed earlier, four of us would have survived a T-Rex.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape. We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger. Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies. Golem 2, head back to base. Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me.
Oh.
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Locked. H2, UAV down.
That nearly crashed into me.
Show many mercy. Getting out of here alive. Machines don't get tired. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. I'm glued to the
Too close for missiles. Bag them.
They're locked on me.
Trying to just get a beat on this guy.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat. He's mine. He's not getting away.
There we go.
This is fine.
Uh-oh.
This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Column 2.
Retreating aircrafts. Prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Column 2, engage now. Attack.
One bandit. SU-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
Back. It's like he...
Skykeeper, Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Column 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an SU-30. Which wingtips? I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Column 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Meanwhile, in Drone Town.
UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fourth-range aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Technique. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared. Scared.
This is not good. Brownie, break off.
I can't shake it.
Missile launched. Not on my watch.
Too much speed to get behind him.
Main squad routine to let your sail pull through.
Oh, I actually have a limited amount of guns. Didn't realise. Guess this is hard mode after all. In normal mode you get unlimited guns. Still get stupid amount of missiles though, so that's good.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy.
Does Main Squadron still have their hot shots? They just might make it out. Don't look back, just have faith. Column and Mage, we owe you a debt. Okay.
Shouldn't do that. I am actually wasting my missiles now.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
A few seconds could mean life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Damn, I should have got him.
Got one in my sights.
Fair enough.
Yeah, great aim.
Main Squadron, get those things off my ass.
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. He's got them at bay. We owe him one.
Oh, that flip.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
Yeah.
Throw you around.
Column 2, what's your status?
Map.
Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Column 2, get a hold of yourself. Column 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Don't think you can save her.
Column 2, lost. Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie? I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Cool.
Mage 2, move to support. Other aircraft are in trouble.
There's one guy left.
Didn't connect.
I'm still stocked up. Bring them on.
Didn't even lock.
Mage 2, box 2.
I hit. Cannon fire, I think.
Mage 2, what are you doing? Shoot those UAVs!
trying. There we go. Ooh.
All UAVs have been splashed.
This aircraft's a lot heavier than I remember it being.
Said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with. Golem Squadron, Maid Squadron, withdraw.
Bloody robots.
H2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. H2, you are cleared for landing. Lower your speed.
See if I don't mess this up.
In the carrier. H2, bank left. H2, lower your nose. You're too high. 1500 to carrier. Your approach looks good. Stay on course.
Ooh, that's not good. Oh, okay. I think that kind of corrected it for me. That was not perfect. Just saying.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Golem and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up.
Do I play the next mission? Could well do. Ooh.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel...
Skip.
Carrier...
Skip.
Our own...
Skip.
If it weren't for...
Skip.
Situation.
Yep.
We have...
Okay. Another A rank. Not bad. You have one or more nicknames. In fact, I think I'm going to leave it there because we've basically been going for an hour and I need a little bit of a break. I'm not used to streaming like those guys who go on for like 10 hours or whatever. I think we had a couple of people join in terms of watching. I don't think anyone's actually said anything unless my chat window's broken. But thanks for having a little watch, even though I'm not streaming at the best quality. That's the best I can do at the moment. And I will be playing more of this when I can in the next week or so. But for now, if you enjoyed what you saw, you might as well follow me so you can see when I'm streaming next. And other than that, hopefully you had a good time.